Hello, traders, and welcome back. I put out the podcast. It was meant to be Saturday with Connor, the Tassie trader, but we ended up doing it this morning. So if you haven't checked that out already, feel free to do so. We kept it as short as possible. He took a silver short trade. I think it was like Wednesday last week, and it didn't pan out too well. We just discussed the setup. And we discussed a couple other things that we're looking at as well. But just to follow up on that, just to really narrow down the watch list. Now on the daily chart here, I've got the USD yen, and if I'm trying to make as much sense as possible. I actually worked today, and I got up quite early to go to the gym, and I did a few things, and sort of crashing and burning right now. So we'll see how this goes. So that's the daily chart. Now, what's interesting about this, just from a technical standpoint, is how it closed. It's above that resistance level. It pretty much engulfs that candle as well, so it's quite interesting. And when I say as a potential buy trade here, a disclaimer is I won't enter the trade on the Monday either, so that's important to note. Okay, I was going to pause the video, but the ice cream truck guys sort of turned the thing off. So, was it great 4-hour price action? Not really particularly. I mean, there was quite a lot of wicks. I'd like it to fade a little bit, then pop back up on a Tuesday, preferably in the European session. So, after 4-ish o'clock Perth time. So I'm going to disregard that for now for Monday, but definitely a possible buy trade there. And it's been a bit of a mixed bag with US dollar strength. Obviously, the midterms are coming up next week as well. So it's interesting. The US dollar it was strong early in the week, and then it faded, Thursday and Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday it sort of strengthened again. So an example of that is the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar weekly is pretty nice. So with the trend line in here now, up to subjective opinions on this, but you can see it's pretty much respected it. So it's an interesting prospect for a potential sell trade as well. So again, not a trade Monday. Normally what you see Monday is not a lot of real direction and a lot of chop and sideways condensed price action, especially on the Aussie dollar. So just pay attention to that. Don't just sort of jump in and be like, this is great. Ideally, it sort of just bounces around and holds above, 71.80, maybe a small pullback, and then a sell signal. Doesn't, what I look for, something like this, something like that. I mean, it just wants to close near the low, so it's, there's a little bit of wick. I mean, ideally, it's really near the low. That's what you want to look for. Like something like this is probably the worst you want to see in regards to a wick. That's all. Okay, and then you'd get in there, and the stop loss is going to be interesting on the 4-hour because I normally use a 55-day moving average stop, which is probably not going to work. So I'd get creative and I'd just use the price action, and there'll be 2% risk there. So that's the plan on the Aussie dollar. It's Joey's soft serves, Mr. Whippy baby. Mr. Whippy. Now the euro. We didn't talk about the euro today. Yeah, this is another little stock trading chat that I'm in with a couple of, well, they're not quite full-time traders, very close to it. But yeah, so it's interesting with the US going on right now, with stock market and risk on, risk off, Iran, midterm elections, all this sort of stuff. It looks, it looks probably like the Democrats are going to get up. So we'll see what that does. But I mean, what's priced in, what's not. You don't want to get too bogged down on fundamentals. You want to have an understanding of them though, because they do affect price action. But if you're trading the weekly, I mean, you just don't really need to pay attention to that at all. But I will take trades on the 4-hour. So just got to be a little wary of that, and you want to look for good price action to enter. And normally that's after news. Before news, everything just sort of is restricted and nothing is really there opportunity wise. So euro, nothing really here. It's choppy. The fundamentals on Europe are not good either. like Australia. It's just, it takes time for things to just collapse. But I'm pretty steadfast on the Aussie dollar, being a longer term short, and the euro. I haven't entered the euro, but what's that? Ideally, you want to really hold below here and then just push even lower and get on there. Because right now it's indecisive and it doesn't really know what it wants to do. So you take the trade, you're just going to be at the mercy of this, range bound market where it's just a little frustrating. That's all. So you want capital to be assigned in an efficient manner, and that's probably not really where it's at right now. That's all. Because it will bounce off here again. It might bounce off there again. It's going to take some time to, let Italy work things out and all that fun stuff. So I think that's the sell. Have a look at the pound. I'm really struggling right now, but I had a nice little rally, and I took a sell on this last week. Yeah, I closed out on the 31st, I think, around that. So, and the EURUSD is still running as well, so that's not too bad. If we get that up, I just want to see how it ended. So I pretty much sold here, stop as a break even. So this is what it's doing right now. So I think I'm going to end the video there, guys. Dinner soon. I'm up at 2:15 for work at 4. Then I got a few things after work, so I'll check in the evening, probably about 7, and we'll see what's going on. But the check-in at 7 is just to ascertain what Monday's given us, and it's more an information day to really refine a plan for the rest of the week. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.